Today we're actually installing a PRL downpipe on Frank's car. You guys seen his car in the last video. We cambered the front, and obviously the rear was already cambered, but we just did the front. These are actually my wheels. Yeah, I own 3P wheels now. These are his wheels. I just have to rebuild mine, so we just put on his car on the other side for now to see how it looks. But anyway, we're here to install a downpipe. So this is actually it right here. This is a PRL downpipe. We had to buy this part to block off the top of it. I bought that last night at Home Depot. So if you guys don't remember how the front of this car looks, actually you didn't see this the last video, so actually this is it right now. I don't know how good it picks up on camera, but he has a carbon fiber front bumper now. See, little carbon. And then we also installed this carbon. We're gonna be changing the grill before GAT and the fog lights, as we have some turn signal fog lights that work, because these ones do not work right now. So we're gonna install those before GAT, but I just don't know when, because we gotta wait for the grill to come in, because we're just gonna take the grill off and take the bumper off and, you know, do all that before GAT, hopefully, if the part arrives. But yeah, this is the car as you guys seen it last. Obviously this is with the new front end. So right now I'm just waiting for him to come outside the house so we can get started with this. So he has the keys. Obviously I don't have the keys to the car. I just got here.
Okay, so yeah, by the way, this is the first time ever after 3 years of ownership that I'm touching the engine of this car. The only thing I've ever done was touch the battery right here, but I never messed with the engine, like any intakes or downpipes or anything like that. So this is the first time.
Bro, start a new chapter. Anyway, so we gotta take apart this whole intake section though, and then we have to take, there's like some bolts and stuff in this tube we gotta take off to just get right here. And then we gotta take this splasher off, so we're trying to have to remove this. Let's go grab some tools. 1 bolt, 2 bolt, 3 bolt, and then there's a 4th one. You can't see it, but there's a 4th one down there. We gotta take off, and then we gotta take off the O2. And then after that, we can finally get to our downpipe bolts. All right, quick update because the camera overheated. We removed the box off the turbo. There's 2 bolts here. And then remove the bolts on top. So now we have access to our downpipe. We're gonna take off the O2 sensor, and we're gonna go under here, remove the heat shielding, and then go underneath and remove the bolts. We use a drill on that after that, to be honest, just like crack it. As long as you crack it loose, we're good. Too difficult? Or just this?
Just that. Shit, what the fuck?
We're just taking out the 4 bolts. Obviously one of them, the 2 nuts and 2 bolts. One of them, again, was loose, as I said earlier. Don't know why, it just came off. This side is the nut. I think it actually loosened the whole stud. And then this side is just the bolt, which you gotta take the bolt off right over there. You can't even see it. It's so dark. No focus. Bro made us pause so he could film for his story Instagram tag. Okay, We unscrewed all 4. Obviously one of the studs came out with the nut, but this one stayed in over here. So we're gonna go underneath now and actually unhook this giant sheet. We're gonna unhook the bottom of the downpipe from the front pipe, and it's actually on the oil pan too. I think it's actually tied onto the oil pan. But we gotta unscrew it from there. And it's a 14.
Can you help me move that way? That thing.
So if you've never seen under here, this is how it looks under here. There's obviously, you can see there is 6 or 5. There's one here, there's one on the other side, and then there's 3 onto the front pipe. We have to unhook.
Ouch.
And then we have to unplug the O2 sensor after that, and then the shit just comes straight out.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I'm gonna unplug the O2 sensor now. Second O2 sensor is right here. Just have to unplug it. And you release it down here. Let me release that. 14.
I'm having fun here.
How?
Look, I'm looking, because looking at this takes me back to 2022, and it makes me really sad because that was the best year that I've had with this car. The year where I had most fun, the year when I met her, the year when I used to drive low. I want to cry. I want to go back to the old days.
More of the story, bro drove aired out, because we have to unhook it here too, also in the backside. I mean, for mainly we gotta get these 3 off.
Oh. Ahora para ver si quiere venir a ver lo que estoy.
We got it out. Oof. Good thing with the PRL downpipes is you could actually, and the sun is getting blocked, but you can actually reuse the heat shield. We're just gonna transfer over the O2 socket, or the O2 sensor I should say, and then we'll see if we transfer the heat shield if he wants to use it or not. It don't really matter. Plain that. You could like turn it up a little bit, or like move the front pipe. Line it up. Oh, there we go. That was easy. Update. We are finished. So we put the whole thing back together. And we just gotta tune it. But we want to start it up and hear our sounds right now. That was a cold start. So far I don't hear no leaks, so I don't hear any leaks at all. So I don't feel it, I don't hear any. Obviously right now he doesn't have the check engine light, but he's gonna have it once we start driving it, obviously. But for now, it's pretty good, so you know, give it a little baby rev. It's a little loud. But so far it's good. So we're on the tuning part. We're just gonna try it off for now. So if you guys never tuned your car before, with a K-tuner, you have to go on K-tuner's website. If you have the K-tuner V2, that's usually the best one to get. But fun fact for all your K-tuner owners, the K-tuner V2 takes an SD card. This came out, so we're just gonna put it back in. I didn't even know it does that. So if you guys can, I would say take your SD card and back it up in case your K-tuner corrupts. I didn't even know this thing takes an SD card, because this came out and it was giving us an error. Okay, so I filmed this before, but it didn't come out good, so we're doing it again. So this is actually the K-tuner software right here. When you first log in, you have to create a username and password, and an email that you guys have. If you have an email, put it in, put your username and password, then you get into this screen. But before you get to this screen, like before you could get to tuning, first you have to pair this to your car. So go to your car, plug into the OBD2. It's gonna say, do you want to lock the ECU? Just hit yes. After that, come back to the computer. Then you should see all this. To get to the tunes you're looking for the specific car, you're gonna go to File at the top over here. You want to hit File, and you want to open a new tune. So we're gonna do new tunes. So this is actually where you would find your car. Here I have two cars. I have my car up here, and then this is Frank's car. So your car should pop up whatever the car is. So we have a 2.0 here. Let me pull it up. So we're gonna open it up. So we have everything here. Actually, this is actually two 2.0s actually. So this is my friend's down here. This factory, you see it says 21. We're actually gonna hit his car. So we're gonna hit down here. We're gonna hit his car, then we're gonna hit next. So this is actually where you would choose what you want. So obviously I think we did stage 2 on his car 4. So we're just gonna go and do stage 2 again. I don't remember if we did this one or if we did that one. But regardless, I'm gonna upload both of the tunes. I'm gonna do one with target 1 and one with target 2. But these are just the stages. So like if you want to keep the factory calibration, you can. You keep it factory. It'll have factory starting points and everything. But I think it'll be improved a little bit, but it'll still have everything. This one is stage 1 tune, so everything is stage 1. If you want to start out, you can go stage 1. And then if you want to do stage 1 dual target, then in eco mode, it will be factory. And every other mode, it will be stage 1. That's how that works. Stage 2, everything's in stage 2. And if you want to read what it is, that's what everything says if you want to read it. But I think we did actually stage 2 dual target 1, because we did that on Frank's car today. Obviously this portion is going to be for somebody else's car, but when we go back into the video, it's going to be on Frank's car installing the tune. But we're going to do this. Actually, I'm going to add both of these on his here, so like if whatever one he wants to do, he can do. But let's just go next. After that, it loads up everything here. So this 2.0 does not have a catless downpipe, so we won't have to disable the check engine light. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show you how we disable it. So you would come here to the main parameters. So main parameters, you would actually hit the plus actually. So after you hit that, you actually go to right here where it says monitors. You would open this up. Now this is already checked the misfire thing, so you could just leave that alone. But what you're really looking for is the P0420. This is your code right here that you're looking for. If your car is a V6 car, if you have like an older Accord, because the V6s have 2 cats, you would look for P020 and P030, because those would be the 2 catalytic converters. But if you have a downpipe, you would check this so you don't get the check engine light, because if you get a check engine light, if you use remote start, it won't start your car will just like turn on and turn right off because you have that check engine light. So if you don't want to prevent that, that's what that is for. That's what we did on Frank's car, as you guys will see. But I don't need to disable it on his car because again, he is not really fond upon, well, not fond upon, but he doesn't have a catless downpipe, so we're not really going to enable that. But here's actually where you would change responsiveness if you want your car to be more responsive. Since it's a 2.0, there's more options here. If it was a 1.5, you'd only have this one right here, and I think this one. Like on mine, I actually did these, but I only did like number 1. I didn't really go to the max because, again, it's a 1.5. There's no reason to go crazy on a 1.5. But in the 2.0, you could go all the way if you want. On his car, I think we did 1. I think he told me to do 2, so I'm just gonna do 2 on everything. Like there's a bunch of these that we're gonna do with medium, and then we're gonna do improve ramp 2, and then I think we did here this. I think this is where we left this at. Quick enables, if you want early spool, you could do that. Advanced ABS, you know, all this stuff. You could do all this stuff. I'm not gonna do any of this. I don't think we did any of this on his car. He didn't ask me to do any of this, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. Boost by gear, there's like custom stuff, and then you know all this stuff. I don't know what to do here. I don't mess with any of these because I'm not a tuner. I don't do any of that. But if you guys want pops and bangs, you go to layout. So here in your layout, this is where you would actually add your pops and bangs. You would go to ignition base, and then you would select like here and all the way down here. We did this on Frank's car, and you hit Control J. I'm not gonna change anything here, but hit Control J, and then you just like put a negative whatever, and you do that for the low over here and the high. You would do that for both, but in this case, I'm not gonna do it here. Only reason why, again, he doesn't have a catless downpipe. He just has an exhaust, you know, and he has like a few other stuff done to his engine, but he doesn't have like a full exhaust or anything for any of this. So like he just has the stock cat. So for now, we're just gonna leave this alone. But after you like mess around with your tune and you're done, you will just hit upload tune right here, this up arrow. You'll hit this, you get this warning, you know. So that's another thing. I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. If you are tuning your car, you have to make sure your battery is good. You have to put your car in accessory mode in order to tune it. It can't be, the engine can't be running. So since it's going to be in accessory mode, you have to make sure your battery is good enough so where the car won't die. Because if the car dies while it's tuning, you could actually mess up your ECU, and then you have to bring your car to the dealership, which it's a lot of money because you got to get a whole new ECU programmed back onto your car in order for you to drive it. So you just don't want to mess up your ECU and lose any car data. So just please make sure you do not mess that up. But for this case, we're just going to go here. Now, you can do flash directly to ECU, but that's if you bring the computer to the car and have this plugged into the car at the same time as this is, you know. But since this is a K-Tuner V2, we're actually going to go here and just select one of our slots. I think we used number 1 already, so I'm just going to put number 2. But first you have to name it, so I'm going to put stage 1, target 2. So, and then I'm gonna hit 2 over here, and it's just gonna upload the tune. So since it's uploading the tune, this is how it goes. It just uploads it to the K-Tuner, then you go to the car and you just flash it. It's pretty simple to tune your car. But like I said, the main thing you would want to disable if you are installing a downpipe like we did on Frank's car is disabling that check engine light. You just do not want that check engine light, especially we live in New York State, so we get emissions every single year. A few other states probably do it. I know, like I think New Jersey and Connecticut. I don't know if they do like emissions checks, but at least New York, we do emission checks over here. So they have to make sure everything's good with your catalytic converters, or else you can't pass. And you have to do that every single year. So if you have that one monitor turned off, you will be good to pass inspection, because you can pass inspection with one monitor disabled. If you have multiple disabled, it won't work. So like you have to like detune your car. If you have multiple, you have to detune your car to have only one monitor disabled and hope that no other check engine lights will come on, right? And then once that happens, then you should be good to pass, and then you could just tune it back to whatever it was. But in this case, he has a stock downpipe, so he has no reason to worry about that. literally no reason to worry about it. But this tune is uploaded now. It's on the K tuner. As you see, that bar went away. So now that it's done, you just take the tuner and go to the car. So I'll see you over at Frank's car. Okay, so after your tune is uploaded on your K tuner, obviously, you need to actually put it in accessory mode. Do not start the car. Yeah. Now tap the screen.
Expand.
Look, I got money. Her.
It's not here.
GPS.
Yeah, everybody's saying that. But anyway, tap the screen. Yeah, you see where it says K tuner, the K button at the top left. Now you're gonna hit. It's not popping up. Alright, so let's grab the computer again and see what's going on, because that should have been there. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. It just randomly, magically popped up. Alright, hit flash. Alright, so you see where it says the name you put?
Oh my gosh! I gotta take a picture of this. I'm sad, bro.
No, for anybody that is tuning, make sure you have a really good battery, because if the car dies, you could actually corrupt it. Just do the same thing, just tap the screen. You might probably want to take off the gloves. Yeah, the thing is, the K tuner screen is like annoying to tap. It's annoying. And you would just hit yes, and then you just see your car freak out. Now the car's gonna freak out. This is why it's important that you guys have a good battery, because if you don't have a good battery and this dies, then it possibly could break your ECU, and then that's $2,000 you have to spend to fix it. And it's just good that you don't do that. So just make sure you have a really good battery if you're doing this process. Obviously now we just gotta wait for this thing to finish. We'll come back when it's done. This camera's about to die, but we finished, so it's all done. We just gotta start up the car, so let me actually start it up.
X-band. K-band. K-A-band. Laser.
Okay, so when you tune it,
connected.
when you tune it for the first time, you're gonna get all these lights. That's pretty normal. You just have to drive the car, and then everything will go back to normal. Just ignore it. The tire pressure light, his is only on because of the different wheels and tire sizes and air pressure, but K tuner should look like this, functioning normally. So we just got to take the car on a drive and just see how it is. He shouldn't get the check engine light because we disabled it, obviously. When you first install it, you probably won't get it right away. It'll probably show up maybe the next day or maybe in a few hours. Mine didn't show up until, like, I think the very next day or the day after. It really depends on the car. But so far, we just have to drive the car and just see how it goes.